we're back. We ended part one with some talk about past THP experiences the guys have been in or what golf competitions they've been in. So now we can actually dive into some Grandaddy prep and what these guys are doing leading up to it. So our teammate David, or Real Pretend Psychic as the forum knows him, he wants us to just jump right into this. He gets to the point. Less than 70 days now. How's the game feeling? Aaron, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Basically how my schedule works out during the year is I always try to play in this Indiana State amateur qualifier that's at a course near me, just because I want to try to get some championship like feel, because I've not belonged to a club before this year, and so I never got to play in like a club championship or anything like that. So I wanted just some adrenaline to see how I'd feel when I'm counting all my strokes with pressure playing against good golfers. It's gone terrible 2 times, and then I shot like hundreds or in the hundreds the first 2 times with like, it was ridiculous, like a couple tens on a hole. One time I played the wrong ball and it just was left after right, one thing after another. Anyway, so this past year I shot at 85 and I really should have shot better. But that was good. It's from 7,000 yards. And so, but that went well. And then, so I prep for that from basically May until June when it happens. And then after that, just kind of play casually. But I joined a club this year. So I was preparing for Grandaddy. I was preparing for Chicago and then my club championship. I was playing pretty well. And then once we got to Chicago, I just lost my swing. I think I got tired and then was making compensations. And so and then I had the club championship the next weekend. I played okay and then had the most ridiculous blow. Pull you over here. I got a 15 with like 4 out of bounds tee balls in a row, just like mental. Like I was sane and I was like calm in the moment, but like it was just
kept
like
firing them, huh?
Oh, it was sad. One driver went way out right into some houses. Then my next one, I hit a hybrid and I somehow like hit it straight, kind of right. And I thought it was in bounds, and they're like, it's kind of close. You might want to hit another one. And I was convinced that I didn't have to. So then I kind of like try to bunt one out there and then just shank that right, switch to another club. And it was just, I mean, from there, you know the rest. But anyway, so I've been working ever since then to get my game back. And like I mentioned earlier, my putter, ever since that club championship, the second day after I shot like 100, I shot a like 82 the next day, and just my putter was working. And ever since then, I've been feeling really good about my putter. So I've been leaning on that. I've been trying to just reduce my penalties, which has been working. I shot in the 70s for the first 2 times first 2 times of the year after Chicago and after that. So it's been going well. I'm not really trying to. I went from an 8 to a 10.6 back down now to an 8.6. So it's feeling good. I'm wanting to peak at the right time, and I'm just trying to keep my game sharp and where it's at right now, and then just play safe and steady golf.
Well, your putter better peak in December if we get paired. Yeah. That's all that matters.
I got a mat, so I'm gonna keep it dialed, hopefully.
So Dennis, you mentioned in the last part that your putter's not working, your short game's not working. How are you feeling about the game total?
Actually, speaking about Dave, Real Pretend Psychic, me and the girlfriend played with him, and my driver and irons were very well. I think I hit most of the fairways with the driver. It's just short game, literally sometimes less than like 30 yards is not there right now. And putting, for some reason, if I think it breaks right, it breaks left. If I think there's no break, it'll break hard right. And I'm like, so my putter, or my reading the green abilities, I should say, not my putter.
That's what you're going to have partners caddies for there, though.
So is not there right now. But for playing as much as I have right now, like I'm confident in like the driver, the long irons. I just have to practice on like the short chips, and I got to practice reading the greens. So.
Gotcha. So Tony, like I said in the last question, there's less than 70 days now. We get industry access, we get a full bag fitting, and we get to play on one of the best courses many of us may ever see. Another teammate, Sean with an H or 93 Civic Coupe, wants to know what's your primary focus been leading up to this incredible event?
My primary focus has been to continue to work on my swing. I am in the midst of a complete overhaul. I've been at it for a year, and all of the puzzle pieces currently are doing this, but they feel like they're about to do this.
Yeah, they're
So
there.
I'm just hoping to be where I want to be. I went from an 8 to a 12. Now I'm at a 10. So hopefully I'm trending in the right direction, but really it's just maintaining the focus on my coaching and bringing something repeatable
Yeah,
that isn't garbage.
just as long as you bring a good swing to the fitter. That's all that
We'll
matters.
see. We'll see.
I'm right there with you, Tony.
I could bring total trash in December and I feel bad for who gets paired with me, or I could bring not my good swing, but an okay swing. And you know what? We might win some points.
Fun part.
Oh, you're gonna.
I mean, anybody who's seen my thread has seen where I started and where I currently am. Where I'm hoping to be is just be able to repeat something that's within plus or minus like 20%.
Are you being in Maryland? I'm not sure about the weather. I don't know anything. Are you going to be able to play outside leading up? Or are you going to do indoor work before we get down?
I have a simulator in my garage, so I can hit whenever I want. And I have a Country Club Elite mat and a net and the whole 9 yards. But we can play outside. Like it's still in, it was 82 here today. So it's going to be mild up until about probably the second week in November.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to move
Yeah.
in.
It just
I'll have to wear
depends.
long johns.
It just depends. He's with me like in PA where like it could be like 85 on Halloween, or it could be snowing on Halloween. We just don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
So
Same here in Montana. Tony, you actually mentioned like how you're focusing on everything you're doing right now. So I kind of wanted to switch from focus to nerves we may feel. Teammate Cody number 1, or Golfers Anonymous, wants to know if there's any nerves leading up to this for you guys. If so, what part do you guys think will be the most nerve-wracking? Aaron?
I'm definitely nervous. I mean, that's just based on past experience for me in terms of I never felt really ridiculously nervous at the past Ben Hogan experience, just because it's such a fun atmosphere. It's fun competition. It's not nerve-wracking competition like it is when you're trying to play a qualifier or something. But I think I'll definitely be nervous just off the tee. And I mean, who knows? I mean, every time a match comes down to the wire, you're going to feel some butterflies or nerves. So, but I think that's all normal and good. But I'd be lying if I said I was like, I'm calm, cool, and collected through this, because I will be a little bit nervous at least.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd be surprised if anybody we have isn't nervous. Like it's not even just for the golf. Like I'm going to be nervous meeting the Callaway guys, even though all that's been said is they're just the most fantastic people. Like the fact that we even get that access, I'm just going to be nervous. I'm going to be nervous at the fitting. I'm going to be nervous playing golf. I'm just going to I'm going to be a wreck, man.
we have some really good golfers on the team. It's crazy. And like, if you say you're not going to be nervous, like that's just like you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
But I think the most nervous anyone will probably be is like the first time they put the ball down and tee off on that first tee. Probably the most nervous you're going to be. Once you get past that, it is what it is. Just play whatever swing you brought. But like, we have some really good golfers on this team. I might be the worst, and like even rolling into Chicago, I probably had the worst handicap, but not one person was like, "Oh, you suck," and like this and that. It's like everybody was like, just very accepting and like.
That's because everybody starts
of
at the
like
same
what your
place.
swing was and like how you play golf. It wasn't like, oh, you stink, just be on the side. It was like everyone was supportive and very encouraging. It wasn't like, you're the worst, what are you doing here?
You're not giving yourself enough credit, Dennis. You got some solid shots in you too.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got you're
that's the thing. If you think you're our worst player, then I think we're going to be in good shape.
I said handicap wise.
Okay, okay, you're right.
Handicap wise.
Okay.
So Dennis, I'll ask this next one to you, and I'm gonna kind of switch between nerves and excitement with this one.
That's fine.
Sean with an H, 93 Civic Coupe, has another question, and he wants to know what format you're most excited for and what one you're most nervous for. And as a reminder, the last Grandaddy, they played Shamble, Best Ball, a horse race, though that wasn't part of the competition, and Sunday Signals. In 2018, they also had a form of alternate shot. So what do you think you're most excited for and most nervous for?
Depending on who you're paired with, alternate shot can be good or bad. So
I don't think they played true alternate shot. It was
did they play modified alternate shot?
it
Like
was
Pinehurst,
it's
like pick a drive.
Pinehurst, like pick a drive and then go from there with everyone's ball.
Yeah.
So if you play Pinehurst, like I don't mind that. Alternate shot, depending on who you get paired with, if you're hitting that shot, you need to talk to your partner and say, hey, where do you want this to be? But if they don't care, just swing a club and it is what it is.
So would you say if we play alternate shot, that's what you'd be most nervous about?
Yes, because if they said place it here and I don't, then it's like, well, you better place it on the green.
You just can't say sorry in alternate shot.
No, you can't. That's what I'm
Correct.
saying. So, like, if you're playing like alternate shot and you're with your partner, like, and they say place it on the left and you put it on the right, well, it is what it is. So, depending on who you're with, alternate shot would be scary. But I like alternate shot. I played in the past with like a few of my friends, and like we just like hit a shot, and if it doesn't go where you want it to go, you just hit your next shot. I mean, but
So what format would you be most excited about then?
Modified best ball.
You just want best ball is how you think you're going to be most excited about?
Yeah. Well, like overall, I think that's what most people would be excited with. Pinehurst, I mean, I don't mind Pinehurst at all, but I don't think they play that though.
They did in 18. They played.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that being brought back in for this time then.
So Tony, let's go with your most excited and format to play, and then Aaron will go with the one you're most nervous to play. So, Tony.
Shamble. I think everybody's most excited to play a Shamble.
I love Shambles, man.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm going to bogart his question. Alternate shot. Everyone's going to be super nervous to play.
I agree. If we play a true alt shot,
Well,
absolutely.
yes, true alternate shot. Yes, true
I think
alternate.
you're
alt shot's
right.
just the hardest for amateurs. Yeah, Tony's right. I think Shamble is the best because I mean everybody likes to be able to put a drive out there and then you feel safe and give it a rip. Like it's
Yeah. So you're excited about Shamble, nervous about alt shot if we play it?
Yeah, but I think everybody should be excited about singles too because I mean that's just gonna be
Dude, I'm so jacked up
fun.
about singles.
Just go head to head with one guy on Callaway. Now, granted, you're playing with other people and still having fun, but like that's the day where it's really just like you're paired essentially with like a Callaway person and you guys are interacting all day, going back and forth. That is like just, I mean, that's why it's so fun.
Yeah, in Chicago, I got smoked by David in singles. It was still, I think, the most fun round I had. So
But paired in singles, like if you're getting pops off of Callaway, does that change? Would that change your tee shot? Is the question.
that's a really good question.
I'll ask you, Chris.
Yes.
Would that change your tee shot if you're getting pops off of a Callaway guy?
So I don't think I can legitimately answer that because I had an entire note section in my phone about how I wanted to play Dubs Dread on Sunday.
And it got
Didn't
X.
follow
It got X. It was like this.
Didn't follow it right away. So I could say whatever I want to right now, and I won't know until I actually get up there.
You get up there and you're like, depending on how you're hitting and everything, I get that. But I'm saying, like, if like on paper you see a pop on there, Are you pulling driver or are you pulling like iron?
I was just fitted for driver. I'm gonna be pulling that thing as much as
Yeah.
possible.
Driver all day, every day.
Yeah.
No,
So
I'm definitely pulling driver, but what I'm saying is like if it comes down to like the last few holes and like they're up 1 or 2.
if I
and
get a
you're
pop,
dead-
I would probably play the hole differently than I would
Yeah.
if I was like down or if we were tied or something.
Nah, you commit and rip, dude.
Like I said, I had a full page of notes committing
Commit
to something.
and rip into a $4 million house window. Absolutely.
We'll see how it goes once we get down there. But we are kind of running out of time. So the last thing I wanted to do with you guys is something that Aaron suggested for the last group that I didn't have time to get to.
He's
So it's-
fist pumping. I don't know if I like this.
It's going to be rapid
Yeah.
fire questions. We will do it at a time, and I'm going to ask 5 questions. Some may be open ended, and some may just be 2 choices. But you're going to have to answer quickly with the first thing that pops into your head. Does that sound good?
Love it.
Fantastic. Let's do it.
All right. So Dennis, if you're ready, we'll start with you.
Let's go.
Okay, you ready?
Rapid fire.
Choco taco or blueberry lemonade?
Blueberry lemonade.
Breakfast sliders or parfait?
Breakfast slider.
Who's most likely to miss the bus?
I'm gonna go with a fizzle right here.
And missed it last time, so I mean,
Yeah,
there's a sizzle curse.
Which is more likely to affect your play on Sunday, the nest on Saturday or the nerves?
The nest.
The nest. And then Team THP or Team Callaway?
THP.
There you
Come
go.
on, man.
You good with all those answers? You want to change anything now that you're thinking about it?
I'm not changing a thing.
Love it. All right, Tony, you good?
Yeah.
The first one's a good one. All right. Most likely to be used at cougar bait at the nest.
You.
Fuck. Who's most likely to miss the bus?
Dennis, of course.
Over under on 5 people being hung over on Sunday.
Oh, the over.
The over. Over under on $500 being spent in the pro shop by you.
Way over.
Way over. And then Team THP or Team Callaway?
THP.
THP. You good with those answers?
Yes.
All right. All right, Aaron, you ready?
Born.
Most likely to get lost once we are at the nest.
Ooh, Sean with an H. It'll be like it won't be anything devious, but he'll get lost.
Most likely to miss the bus.
I'm gonna go with Neil.
Neil's gonna miss the bus. Okay.
He'll be on the bus.
Who's more likely to go undefeated, Tevener or Exthor?
I'm gonna say Tevner because Neil's dealing with some injuries.
Yeah, but he just closed out today. But anyway,
You're right.
over under on 6 sliders being taken down by Clayton.
Oh man, I mean, I'm that's gonna be over for me, so I think it's gonna be over for him as well.
Over. All right. And then finally, Captain Matty or Darth Finley?
Are you kidding me? Matty all day, every day.
That's what I like to
Finley
hear.
doesn't have it on Matt. I can't. Matt and Finley. That's going to be a heavyweight matchup, pay-per-view worthy.
Oh God, whoever gets to be paired with that group is going to have a lot of fun.
Ridiculous.
So I mean, we could have done more than those, but I wanted to get some quick ones down for you, and I thought those were some pretty good.
Yeah, that was great.
I thought we did pretty good.
I liked all your answers except Dennis saying Choco Taco over the blueberry lemonade.
No,
Well,
the correct answer to that was both.
You can't say both.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't
At the
say
same
both.
time?
Not
But
Choco taco, blueberry lemonade. No.
The last question I have for you guys is, I mentioned it in the last video, but Finley actually seems to be watching these. So is there anything you guys want to say to him? Aaron?
Yeah, Finley, thank you so much for the opportunity and for continuing to let THPers come. And I mean, I'm sure it's easy for him to let THPers come when he's been sending them out the door without a belt. But just know that we're a different team, and everybody has their own benefits, and it's all been fun. But just don't sleep on us.
There you go. Dennis, you got anything for Finley?
Yeah, he comes on, he puts the belt on there, which is fine. I mean, but I feel like, except for me, he's sleeping on a few of us, I think. But
Stop putting yourself down. Dan.
I'm not putting myself down. I'm just saying I'll make my pops work for me, is what I'm saying.
There you
So
go.
don't worry about that. What I'm saying is, like, he's probably going to be returning the belt, so he might have to like make it a few sizes smaller. That's all.
There we go.
Yeah.
Tony, you got any trash talk for him?
I do not trash talk, but I do have a heartfelt appreciation and a big thank you for all that they do. And it's awesome. It's going to be great. And I hope we come back with the belt. That's all.
Oh,
No,
we're-
we'll definitely, even if we don't come back with the belt, it is going to be a good time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there you have it, THP. Sit down number 3 is done, and we have just about 2 months until it's go time for us. We couldn't be more excited to be going on this journey as a group together, and hopefully this is still helping you guys get to know us. I'm enjoying doing this. I'm enjoying sitting down with you guys just individually. It's been a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I honestly thought it would be hard work to like put all this together, and it's honestly not, just because I've gotten to know all you guys. So I can't wait for THP to see these, enjoy them, and then we still have one more left.
Ew.
This trip is about more than the golf. Like I was saying, it's about you guys. It's about the people we get to meet along the way. And we have a great group. And we still have 3 more to introduce to you guys with Golfers Anonymous, Nappy, and CM24. I'll be getting together with them in the next month or so, and we'll have the full team introduced right before we go. So thank you again to Aaron, Dennis, and Tony. And we'll see you guys on the forum.
Thank you, Chris. You've been doing a
Thanks,
great
Ben.
job.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys.
See you, everybody.